If you're trading, then you'll likely be trying to close your trades with an opposing bet on the other side. So if you're doing back to lay, then your entry side will be back and your exit will be a lay bet. So this section is where you tell us something about how you plan to place that final lay bet. So where the first step, place your bets, was all about calculating your entry price on each given trade, this close your trade step is about calculating the price that you exited each of those trades, again, so that we can give you your profit figures. The exit price section is first. Firstly, you'll choose an exit target. Now, if you want to exit your trades at a specific price, then you can just choose price and enter literally that price in the exit price field. So if I was doing back to lay and I'm interested in entering at between 5 and 10 and exiting at 3, I would enter 3 here. You can also enter a stop loss. This is an optional value and allows you to cut your losses short. At the moment, we've only entered our desired exit price. So if that exit is never hit, then essentially we're just going to let the trade run and we may end up losing our entire stake. So if you're trying to do back to lay by entering at 10 and exiting at 5, rather than just letting losing trades run away with you, you might exit for a loss if the price reaches 15. The stop loss always follows the same format as the desired exit target. So if you're targeting a specific price for your desired profitable exit, then you're also targeting a specific price for your stop loss. So we'll talk about some of the other exit targets in a second. So it basically calculates the price needed in the opposite direction to cut your losses. That's what the stop loss is. You can also choose ticks as your exit target. If you're targeting a specific price movement, regardless of the actual price that you entered at, and the way you like to think about that is in terms of odds ticks, you can enter that here. A tick just being a single odds increment. As you probably know, there are different increments for different price ranges on Betfair. So between 2 and 3, I think each tick is worth 0.02. From 3 to 4, I think it's 0.05, and so on. The software is going to calculate which price is X number of ticks away from your entry price and target that as your exit target. If you want to enter a stop loss number of ticks, you don't need to worry about entering minus figures or anything here. The software knows which direction you want the price to move and which you don't want it to move. So a target of 10 ticks with a stop loss of 5 ticks just means 10 ticks in the right direction and 5 in the wrong or undesired direction, depending on whether you're backing or laying first. Another option for your exit target is profit, which is really profit points. 1 point is equal to your stake. So for example, if I'm staking £10 and I'm doing this back to lay strategy, that means I've opened my trade with a £10 back bet. If I enter 1 point as the profit target, the software is going to calculate the price I would need to achieve £10 net profit on this trade. If I enter 2 points as the profit target, the software will calculate the price needed to make £20 profit. I can also enter decimals, so 0.5 would be aiming for £5 profit in this case, and so on. So this is just a way of targeting a specific amount of profit per trade, regardless of the actual entry price that you take on each trade. One thing to just bear in mind here is that if your exit price is going to be higher than your entry, for example on a lay to back, you can't target more than 1 point profit because you're always offsetting your original back bet with a lay bet, which means you can never make more than your original stake. So the software will just try and correct you if you do that. Finally, you can choose percentage. This is a percentage odds movement, so it's another way of targeting a specific movement in the prices. If you enter a target of 50%, that means that implies that you want a movement of 50%, and the software will calculate the relevant exit price. 2 very important notes here. One is that the software, again, knows which direction you're aiming for based on your entry side, so you don't need to enter any negative figures here. And for example, if you started with a back and your exit target is 50%, the software knows that you want 50% lower because to make a profit you need to back high and lay low. If you start with a lay, it knows you're looking for 50% higher, so don't worry about entering any negative figures anywhere here. The other important thing to note is that a 50% movement in odds is not the same as dividing the number by 2. You might think that odds of 5 is 50% of 10, but remember that 1.01 is the lowest possible odds you can have, so your scale isn't starting at 0, and therefore 50% of 10 in odds terms is more like 5.5. So you need to account for the stake portion of your bet, basically. The reason I mention that is for the people who like to do DOB and TROB strategies. With dobbing, you're trying to double your stake. So if you enter at 10, then you do want to exit at exactly 5. You just need to be aware that that's not the same as targeting a 50% reduction in odds. You'll probably have better results in that case if you target a profit points target of 1 point instead, or 2 points for trobbing, which is triple or bust.